Hi there. I'm going to give you my view on some of the problems with a universal based income or guaranteed income. The term has been kind of thrown around, and I don't know if there's a definitive title to it yet or not, but well, here are my thoughts. Let's go. I think, like socialism, it sounds great on paper, but doesn't really work out in society. I would love to see everyone, benefit in society, but you have to understand our society for centuries, possibly millennia, at least in the Western world, well, no, not even in the Western world, maybe just centuries, is based around capitalism. So when you have people saying things like, oh, I think basic income is great, you have to understand that our society is so entrenched, so oozing of capitalism that it's going to take a long time to rid ourselves of it, whether you like it or not. So, I do agree we are moving away from capitalism, clearly. I don't think we're near the end. I think we're still in capitalism. We're certainly not at the top anymore. We're slowly sliding down. I don't know if you call for sliding down to socialism or not, but a new form of living, a new form of economics, and how the world operates. But you have to understand that, money is not created out of thin air. It is with the Fed and everything, but that's not a sustainable economy. We are very lucky that we haven't been, completely just overrun. But I think that has to do with manipulation as well. That's the only reason we haven't fallen, because they make sure that we don't. And, the world is our bitch, basically, if you're in America. I'm not in America, but close to it, Canada. So they love the U.S. Reserve. I don't know why. It's like making a deal with the devil. So I just want to say that, just to begin with, universal basic income can't work. It won't work. In a perfect world, sure. There are certain corporations and certain people that will never, ever let it happen. You don't have to be a conspiracy theorist to understand that there are certain families in the world who have trillions, with a T, of dollars in net wealth. Why the hell would they ever agree to a system to help those that they have been collectively screwing over for the past, couple hundred years? They wouldn't. At least they won't, without a fight. So, I know what you're saying. Well, they've built their entire life off capitalism. How are they gonna, maybe they'll have to relinquish it eventually once they realize, the world's completely changed and everything. I don't think so. I think they're gonna shuffle around their money like they always do, and under the rug or under the table or whatever, and make sure that we don't get a fucking dime of it. And let's be real here. The government doesn't have any money. Now, what are you saying? The government doesn't have any money. It's our money. It's corporations' money. It's private business's money. It's not theirs. The government only operates off the people. The government has become so large now, though, that people actually think the government is worth something. The government is worth nothing. The government is an extension of us, although it's supposed to be. Not anymore. What you have now is complete, utter madness going on in the Parliament buildings and the White House and the Senate, right? Is that where you guys are in the States, or is that in Congress? My apologies. I knew we learned that in American History, grade 11. So, who creates money? Corporations. It's not the government. The government doesn't create money because the government isn't a tangible product. Gold is a tangible product. The car I'm sitting in is a tangible product. The camera that's filming me is a tangible product. The government as a whole is just a service. It's just collectively, it's just a service that acts on behalf, apparently, of the consumer. Well, not the consumer. Actually, now that I think of it, yes, that's how it really operates. It operates on, see, I can already see through the bullshit. I can't even say the official truth anymore because it's bullshit. But apparently the government operates on behalf of the citizens, but it really operates on behalf of certain corporations. So why would those corporations collectively agree to give the middle class and lower class guaranteed money for the rest of their lives when they don't do anything to get it? Again, I'm not against universal income, but just try to understand where this concept is coming from. There are only two ways where this can go in the next maybe 50 years, let's say. Let's say by some miracle they say, hey, you know what, we've been assholes for the past couple hundred years and we've been screwing so many people, we're going to start giving them money. Okay, that's great. But here's what I think what's going to happen. They don't want to give up any of their money, because when they start giving up their money, they stop having the power over us. And I think what's going to happen is you're going to see a rebellion. You're going to see people with no jobs in 20, 30 years because automation has completely fucked over people. The only jobs left are high-skilled jobs, and if you have no money and you're poor, there's no general labor jobs anymore, so you're not going to spend 10 years in school trying to be something, and then, oh my god, then that job's gone now because that's been automated. So you're going to see a lot of people in the just unemployed, not working, no money, barely hanging on, and they're going to rebel, and I think these companies are just going to run or something. They're going to have all their money, and it's not going to be touched because, you have no idea how much money certain companies have offshore and things like that. You have no idea. It is immense, to say the least. They have so much money, it would make your fucking head spin. The Cayman Islands, ever heard of that? Barbados, those banks that say, hi, oh, you have $1 trillion? We're not going to ask where it's from. Oh, it's all in cash? Oh, you must not be a drug dealer. Come on in. Come on, right this way. Those banks don't give a fuck. They just want the money. They're not legit banks, and they certainly don't give a shit about who they're fucking over. So, again, do you honestly think these companies that take part in this deceit and lies, when they say, oh, we don't have any money, and all their money and their assets are in another country, they're going to start paying taxes, and then they're going to start giving money to people who haven't done anything for them to earn it? I know what you're saying. Oh, we're going to get away from money. Really? Try telling that to the 10 richest people in the world. We're going to get rid of money, and you're going to be like, just like us. They're going to stare at you like you have 10 heads, and they're going to say, go to fucking hell. I'm pretty sure I would if I was that rich. I'm not saying I would, because honestly, I'm not a fucking fascist who enjoys fucking over people for fun. But you have to understand, these people are so infatuated with their own ego and money, they're not going to give it up because they're told to by a bunch of people who say, money's no longer a thing. They're going to say, fuck you, bud. We got money. You can go kiss my ass. We're not going to give you money for the rest of your life. Oh, never mind you. 10 million other people. Fuck you. So, no, I don't understand. People will say, okay, so that's that argument. People will say there's no money, it's going to be gone. I don't think so. Maybe in 100 years. Not nearly soon enough. I don't see it. I just don't. There are corporations who will fight to the last breath that they ensure capitalism survives as long as possible. Maybe it'll go away, but I don't think so. So that's the first argument. Second argument is and all the money and no. I don't know. I'm losing my train of thought because I'm getting really upset now because I fucking hate these corporations. And then the second, I guess the last one, whatever, would be that we're all gonna live in perfect harmony. No, it's not gonna happen, folks. I'm not saying capitalism's great. I'm not saying socialism's great. All I'm saying is, look what we have now. We have a lot of powerful people who are going to protect their assets to the end. And then you think your little idea is going to catch on? I would love for it to happen. I'm not trying to be condescending. I really would. But you have to be realistic. And this channel is all about realism. It's about realism, and it's about, I'm a realist pessimist, or whatever you call it. Pessimistic realistic. That's how you say it. Or I'm pessimistic, but I'm realistic at the same time. So the only reason I'm a pessimist is because I look at the world and it's shit. Therefore, I'm going to sound like, I'm going to be depressed. I'm going to be, I'm just going to say it how it is. If the world was amazing, I wouldn't be a pessimist. I'd be an optimist. So I just reflect what I see in the world. And right now I see a lot of shit and not a lot of good things. So anyways, that's enough out of that. Universal basic income, I think everyone would agree it's a great idea. from my standpoint, it will never happen, at least in my lifetime or my kids' lifetime. Maybe in their kids' lifetime it might happen, but certainly not until we defeat the Rockefellers and all these huge bankers who just don't really give a fuck about people. So, yeah, that's that video. Bye.